Hey guys, Mikhail here for another Device Deal video. Today we're going to be reviewing another one of LG's really popular UltraGear series monitors, designed for gamers but also good for the general user. This one is actually going to be the supersede of one of their highest selling gaming monitors, the GL850. And not only is it just superseding it, but there is a lot of significant improvements as well. We'll go over those a little bit later in the video, but from what we've seen and tested so far, it's been fantastic, and I know you guys will enjoy it as well. The model of the one we're looking at today is the 27GP83B, so keep that in mind, and let's go on with the rest of the video. Okay, now we're going to check what's inside. So, as we open, first things you'll find is bottom of the base with some red accents on it. Again, the arm to hold the monitor. Again, it's got some good weight on this, so I'd say it definitely feels protective for sure. Definitely feels stable, not cheap and plasticky, which is good. Then as far as the cables go, you've got power, second part of power, and then the great thing is that you get both display ports or display type of cables. So you get a regular display port cable and also HDMI. So you've got the choice to choose what's most suitable for you. Then you've also got just your owner's manual, not as important. Again, some warranty cards, manual, instructional guides. And then as we take this out, we have the monitor itself. Again, all packaged really nicely with a good amount of styrofoam, not too big, but nice and well protected. I'd be really trusting bringing this thing around. All right, I'm gonna quickly show you guys how to set it up, which is nice and easy, I find. So I personally like to do it this way first. Take the nice big heavy base unit. It's a VESA unit, so it just kind of clicks in nice and easy. You'll see as I just pop it in and just clicks. Once you've seen that click, that means it's secured. Now, give it a little test, as we can see. Then just to get the base plate on, it's really easy. Just got to line this up, which I think I've done upside down. And then with the screws, just screw it in. Pop these down. Now you're set up. Okay, so over to the design of the monitor. I mean, I've always been a big fan of the UltraGear series monitors. They've got that really nice aesthetic, a lot of red accents on it. And red's my favorite color, so I'm always a big fan. It's got the signature red circle on the back, which, you know, really kind of screams gamer style. Where this has got an improvement on the previous model is that it's got three-side borderless. So you can see right now, top and sides are borderless with that unbelievable resolution. And when you're coming to connectivity, you've got plenty of ports to choose from. You've got 2 HDMI ports and a display port as well. So good options there. There's no built-in speakers, which you know, some people might not like, but I personally don't really like to use a monitor with built-in speakers, unless it's just for general document stuff, just because the speakers are never that good. So, you know, when you're advertising for gamers, it's unlikely you're going to be using speakers that are built into a monitor. You'd much more likely have your own, much more better suited speakers, or headphones, even more likely. And speaking of, there is a headphone jack as well. So get your headphones set up, can go into your PC or the monitor. It's really got that kind of general good aesthetic. We showed you earlier that it can go up and down as well, which is really nice and easy to do. And you can twist it all the way up to get all the angles you'd like. So I guess the design, again, I've always been a big fan of, and this one is no different. Let's go on to the specs. Oh, and one more thing about the design. It does have a VESA mounting bracket system. So, you know, while this has the arm and stuff included, if you've already got your own monitor arm, it can be mounted to any VESA 100x100 mounting plate. So yeah, it gives you a lot of flexibility. All right, now onto the specs of this bad boy. So as we mentioned at the start, it's a 27-inch nano IPS monitor. So again, not just using a regular IPS standard monitor, which is already going to give you rich colors, but now with the new nano IPS technology, it even takes that up a next step further. On top of that, it's got an increased range of 165 Hz refresh rate. Now, you probably find most monitors have 144 or less, which is already fantastic. But this, again, just taking it up to that next level. You know, LG are really being innovative with this model, which is fantastic. Again, for the gaming sense, it's got a 1 millisecond response time G to G as well. So any kind of fast movement, it's going to be super clear. I mean, it might be stuff you've heard this all before, but it really does make a huge difference, and it really will improve your gaming style. On top of that, it's also got an anti-glare screen. So depending on the room you got and I guess the lighting scenarios, you don't have to worry too much about blinds and stuff like that as well, although it helps. But with that anti-glare involved, it's just going to give it, again, super rich color, super clear, no loss of fuzziness. It's also got flicker-free. So flicker-free just means it's really good, easiest straining on the eyes. So I guess I know these days with all the streaming and I guess time in lockdown, everyone's spending a lot of time on their games, and sitting in front of monitors for hours on end is never too good for your eyes. But with the flicker-free technology, it definitely helps ease the strain a little bit as well. So not only does this monitor have NVIDIA G-Sync, but it also has AMD FreeSync as well. So, you know, it's really beneficial having both those technologies, because it means that you basically can play any game you like with no screen tearing, and any GPU, any cards you like. You know, you really get that flexibility to go with whatever you want without any disadvantages for going one way or the other. So a super, super handy feature as well. On top of that, you also get some crosshair assistance as well, black stabilizer, and I guess a really strong high FPS rate. All right, now I just want to make some comparisons, which I said earlier in the video, as this is a replacement model for the most popular GL850 series. Well, the biggest difference that we notice is the refresh rate, first of all. So it's jumping from 144 Hertz to 165 Hertz. Now that's almost unprecedented in a lot of monitors, and it's definitely a really advanced technology. If you've got a GPU that can support it, you'll see a significant difference, which will really up your game to top tier pro level. Furthermore, you also have AMD FreeSync Premium, which supports low frame rate compensation. This just means that it's more adaptable, and if the frame rate falls below the minimum refresh rate, it's just going to be able to keep up, and it just becomes more adaptable. On top of that, it's also brighter. So if you want to get into the specifics of it, the new monitor here has minimums of 320 nits and maximum of 400 nits, in comparison to the GL850, which is 280 nits and max on 350 nits. So again, big comparison there, which gives it a really nice, bright image as well. All right, so to conclude, the new LG 27 GP83B Ultra Gear series monitor is a fantastic upgrade to supersede the previous model, which was the GL850. You've got that beautiful 27-inch frame with the borderless, or three-side borderless field. It's using the IPS nanotechnology, which again gives you rich colors. You've got your HDR, you've got your FreeSync and G-Sync, again, really suitable for the gamers out there. You've got unbelievable refresh rate if your GPU can support it. The beautiful colors, as we mentioned, not only just for gaming, but for Netflix, videography, photography, anything really. And lastly, you've got also your anti-glare. It just has everything that you really need to have a great suitable model. We did look at the downsides, the fact that it doesn't support 4K, but I believe that, to get all these other specs, including the 1 millisecond response time as well, I don't think you're going to find much better value for money for what you've got with this monitor right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to subscribe.